everyone. Just thought I'd excuse me, come down. It's early in the morning. Want to get some better shots down here of the trees that have fallen down. So I thought I'd bring my better camera down here. And also to show some fish. It's really cleared up now. The water's cleared up. So, yeah. So we got some trout business going on today. Last video I took down here a few days ago, we had some rain, so the water gets really murked up. And the water level is a lot lower too, like by half. Marked a tree, a dead tree down here, so I knew where we were at. So, yeah, the water level was a lot higher last time. Okay, so I found a really nice area for Frosty to swim in. So I'm going to let him do a little swimming. And there it is. So I moved this tree out of the way to make it safe for Frosty. Right here, so I kind of stacked it up. Okay, should we grab a stick? So there's a little area. There's probably some fish down in there too. Let's grab that. There we go. Over here. Yeah, it's not as deep. For sure. There's a lot more fun where there's more water coming through, wasn't there, for us? Grab your own stick there now. You don't want to go that little deep part over there. Last time he got stuck in those trees a little bit, so he's a little nervous about going over by those trees. Those trees right there. Frosty's a really good strong swimmer. And just even this turns them out really well. Now that I'm all wet. It's just a little whoop, deep hole right there. Oh, you brought it back. Thank you. So there is a tree that's in the water there. But I don't see anything that I'm worried about. I don't have enough to climb sticks here, Frost. Okay, what do you say that we, why don't you grab a stick? Let's find you a stick here, buddy. Let's find you, look at all these nice sticks with all these trees that are down now. I know he wants his ball, but see if I can find him a nice stick. Here's a nice stick for you right here. Let me fix it up for you. There we go. That's a nice stick. So, I just kind of break off the branches. I thought I could get a shot of this over here. So most of these trees have already been down. Most of these are down. Some of these are new. Little stick. Here. Here's a stick right here, bud. There we go. So the trout don't come up through this way. They come up through this. There's a back door right there that goes in out through here, and that's how they get through. So they don't even bother coming up through this. We've had a lot of rain. Normally we don't even have, there's no rapids. Only this week, since we've had a lot of rain come in, have I seen that. So, grab another stick. This is another little area that I really liked and enjoyed until this tree here, right here. This one fell last year. It came off of the bank over here and fell down. So this used to be my favorite area for Frosty to swim in because there's another deep little hole right up in here. But since this tree came in, you know, kind of doesn't really make it a really nice spot right there, because there is a rock right here, big rock. So before I used to be able to throw it here and it would float over. But now with a lot of the trees that are down, it's changing it's given it a lot more current, I've noticed. Oh, are you gonna take? So whoopsies. Frosty has found this big giant log. This heavy wet log. He wants to try to carry around. Frosty Doodles. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is just give him his ball. I don't want him messing around. Here. Now he's got his ball. Okay, let's go, bud. I don't want him to drop that on his paw. Don't leave your ball behind. Okay, let's see if we can find. So, there's some trout. There they go. Okay. So I know a lot of these trees aren't like super big. None of these trees here are. But I was just amazed. I was just amazed at the fact that there was just so much damage. So here's some newer ones you can see. We got some of the green still on the tree. And a lot of these are old. You know, a lot of these trees have probably been down here 50, 70 years. But with the wind, even the branches and stuff breaking off. And this here, I'm trying to look for some fish. But, you know, a lot of times too, the bank gets really soft, as you can see, and the trees just topple over. And, you know, this tree right here, that used to be more straight up. And now it's just leaning. So the trout are going to have not the same path as the salmon. I think salmon come through here as well. They're going to have a completely different path now. So more challenging for them. So I like coming down here in the morning. Coming up on the area. Where I wasn't able to show really good footage. The ground was pretty soaking wet. So again, a lot of these trees are, you know, really old. Not like, well, I mean, old for probably this area, I guess. But now it's kind of dried up, but, you know, a lot of these were partially dead and they've just, from the wind. So basically, this winter we had 30, 40 inches dumped in like a week of snow. Just in a few days, like a week. On top of all the other snow that we had. So then we got a lot of rain and it got really warm and the ground was just really soaking wet. And these trees don't have a really good root system on some of them. And then also because, as you can see, most of the leaves aren't even, you don't even see them up until the very tops. So they become very top heavy, so they're not very, very well balanced. And then then we had like literally 4 or 5 days of straight line winds that came in. And this is probably like the edge of this area. There's not a lot of trees necessarily back beyond this point, so this is, I think, why I got most of the damage here. So the winds come in, and the trees just, they can't get a footing, and so they just topple. Good job, Frost. But everywhere else was, this is still really soft. And it is kind of a shame. It's still really soft. But it's gonna bring new life. There's a ball. Leave no ball behind. So this tree right here, here's a rip ball that fell. So yeah, there's lots of trees that have fallen. So here's another big one. This one too, right here. What's your ball? So I gotta be careful. I don't want to go back in here too much. There's another big rip ball. And this just goes on and on and on. And I can't even get back over to here, but I can see the tops. A lot of them are just broken right off. Okay, grab your ball. Frosty likes to just kind of keep moving. He's pretty patient though. Yeah, I just really like this area because I had a lot of sentimental value with, doing some filming down here with Frosty when he was a puppy. And it just looks so completely different now. And, we're still getting into, this is just the beginning part of it. Let's go back to here, Frost. Be careful. I mean, there's just a cluster right here of big trees. And it just goes on and on. I can see all sorts of trees. I can't get back there though. But there's probably 50 to 70 trees back in this area. Just from the storm, dead trees and alive trees that have, fallen. But like I said, this provides a lot of really good shelter for animals, and it also brings life. We have a lot of these, small, I'm not sure if they're pine or cedar. I don't know my trees that well. This is going to be able to grow now because now we got openings for the sun to come through and bring new life. So, but there's just so many trees that are that are down. I'm going to show you a different view here. You know, it's kind of hard to see. But again, now you can see we've got sunlight coming in. So even a lot of these other trees are going to be able to fill out more. We could probably go back in this area. Oh, the birds are happy. Like I can see so many down trees back in here you probably can't see, but now again, this happened a couple of weeks ago where we had the winds and whatnot. But here's another one, kind of a smaller one. And I can tell that some of these have already been like this for a while. But crazy. Keep a lookout for us. A lot of carnage. Some of these trees are just snapped right in half too. So lots of branches thrown around. There's Frosty, kind of just keeping a lookout on things. That's kind of nice, I don't have to worry about him running off anywhere. Take. Let's go. You know, when you walk these trails for a couple of years and then you come down and you see something like that, it's, you know, it's kind of like, wow. And it changes too. It just changes this creek. Don't drop your ball in there, please. He likes, I gotta get back. He likes to drop the ball and let it roll off in places. Let's go, bud. Because the more trees that come down, it just changes the direction. It changes, you know, the water will start to erode in a different fashion than what it normally does. And you have this many trees down. Before, down in some of those areas where I used to play with Frosty and go swimming at, they were calm. It was a section that was really calm. And now I've been down here for a few times, and it's completely different. I have not been back this far yet. Here, you see some of the trout and salmon. So yeah. It's also pretty amazing to see the fish, how they just find the loopholes in all this mess. Careful. Thank you. Kind of interesting that this tree's been down here for so long that somebody decided to build, I don't know if you can see that, a dock, like some wooden planks on the tree to walk across from one side to another. And I think that this property over here belongs to the government. So, you know, it could be fishermen too that do make that little dock area. Seem to be bad over here. I mean, there are some trees that are down, but I don't see anything like that little area. So, see if I can get a shot of these trout here. Oh, I just hit a grave. So sorry. Bye-bye. So this is a new one here that's fallen in. Because it's got the, you know, the green leaves. It's still green. So this one I was thinking of called. There's some fish. So yeah, and that one tilted and that one tilted. So it looks like this got hit here a little bit. And as you can see, I kind of wanted to show you this because this is really interesting as well. So you can see this is frozen. So because this doesn't get a lot of sun, normally in the summertime I bring Frosty down here. Look how good he is. In the summertime, I like to bring them down here because it's nice and cool because there's so much shade. But the downside of that is because there's so much shade is that it takes forever. We have no snow anywhere where I'm at. But as you can see, there's ice still here, and there's actually another ice spot up over there. I might walk over there just real quick. So you can see how much water that just pools and stays. So the ground just stays really wet, and it's hard for trees not to lean over and break. Okay, you got your ball, bud? Okay, let's just go up here a little bit. I thought that was a nice patch, and it's just... Yeah, these fish look... Frost here. I don't... So, show you this. That is ice. Still. That's ice. So anyway, we're gonna start walking back now. Sorry about that bad camera thing there. Gonna fix my camera because it's about ready to fall off the stand here. We're gonna go in down here, bud. Probably. Let's go, Bob. So I just thought I'd come down and bring my better camera to, instead of my GoPro. GoPro is just kind of hard because it's mounted on my chest and I wasn't really prepared to do any. I usually just use the GoPro for safety reasons. There goes a big, don't drop it in there, please. Don't. There you go. Two things he gets really excited about is his chuck it ball in the water. That's a really nice shot. You know, it's always hard to try to film something when you're trying to watch your screen and also watch the dog and watch everything that's going around. That's really produced a lot of light back in here. What a huge difference. But again, like I said, it's not all bad because, you know, this is going to bring a lot of shelter for rabbits. The only thing that I don't particularly like about it is this is going to bring so much shelter for rabbits that there's going to be more coyotes, wolves, and more bears probably down here this summer. So I might have to invest in some spray and carry it on me. I should anyway, but the thing with bear spray is they make the cans so big. Well, because bears are big. But they also do it too, so you can't hide it. So it kind of makes it a little cumbersome. But you know what? I'd rather have that than get mauled by a bear any day. This is just incredibly opened up. So, anyway, we'll keep tabs on this, see how things do. You got a leaf stuck in your tail? And I'm probably gonna rinse them off and play with him. I'll probably cut the video short up here. Really for safety reasons. I want to have them leashed when I go back this way because I know no one's down here coming in, but going out could be a little bit different story. And it's hard to, you know, do the filming and then be aware of everything else that's going on as well. I get really excited when the fish start jumping. Excuse me. Just to kind of give you a view away from the creek. And this area goes back for, you know, probably about a mile. And it's all just like this, basically. So, and again, anytime that you have a water source like this, there's going to be lots of wildlife, lots of predators too. Everything needs water to drink. So, you know, that's why I say the water is the source of life. So here's a nice spot. It's like one of the few ice spots down here left. And we've had basically 60-degree weather for a few days, which is more than enough to melt. But even back here, like in the summertime, if it's 90, 100 degrees out, I come down here, like you can feel the moisture off of the creek flowing. It really feels like there's a 20-degree difference down here. There he goes. And that's why I like coming down here in the summertime, because it's so much cooler for him. He can hop in the water if he gets hot. But the downside too is there's a lot of people that do come down here that just let their dogs roam free, and they have no, you know, they bring aggressive dogs down here. So when I come down here, this is one area that I'm really super high alert on. So we're just going to go down a little bit more. And I also take certain little paths so I can see if there's anyone coming as well. And Frosty's really good about alerting me. But because he's so excited, I have to be more alert than probably what he is, because he's basically paying more attention to the creek. We've got two factors going on, the creek and this ball. So it's like, you know, bringing a kid to a fair. You know, it's a sniffari. So, okay, so we're back in the area, and I think I'm just gonna end my video here. So I can spend some time with Frosty. Frostadoodles, say goodbye. Thank you everyone for liking and subscribing. Our channel's really doing pretty well. I just want to take a couple minutes to say the channel's doing really well. It's going to be a little difficult to put out a lot more content over the little bit here, but I'll do my best as as much as I can. My schooling is back in session, so I really got to focus on that. And things, are just busy with the business and stuff. So. So we're gonna try. I'll do my best to, put out as much fun content as I possibly can. But there may be a week, here or there that I'm not able to necessarily do anything because I'm just so busy. But I would like to thank everyone. We're up to over 400 subscribers now, and yeah, it means a lot to us. Really, really greatly appreciate it, and we appreciate all the work of the mods and people that have been supporting us and that love Frosty. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next trip. Goodbye.